All right, I'm here for our week 3 update on our research project, The Collection of Ideas. And I was just wanted to ask, first and foremost, ask a question, and it was kind of about the length of my assignments. I'm having trouble determining whether how much work I should be putting into them. With some of my assignments, they were longer, well over 1,000 words, and then some of the other ones, I feel like there just isn't a lot to say, especially with the they say I say templates. I had a lot of trouble with that, not only because the source wasn't all that great, but the source was probably a good source. I just disagreed, so it was really hard to write a lot without sounding really biased. So that's kind of my question for the week: is how should I go about deciding the length of my assignments and how much work I should be putting in them? Because my response to Capitalism: A Love Story by Michael Moore, that documentary that I watched this week, was really long, and it's just I'm having trouble deciding compared to the other classmates, because I know that they're writing a little shorter responses. So I think maybe I didn't get the whole scope of the assignment there. But my question aside, I just wanted to talk about the progress of this week. I had a really great week. I did more assignments this week, and although I was a little overwhelmed initially because that documentary was well over 2 hours, just to watch it, let alone to write for it. But I actually really learned a lot from the documentary, and although it was definitely Democratic swayed, I definitely was able to take some of the facts and the support base and the argument that Michael Moore had and be able to implement it into how capitalism is ultimately pervade or conveyed as really negative in all works. When we see that it's always kind of an antagonist idea within the story. And this kind of further related to The Jungle, because within The Jungle we see this week Jurgis loses his house, and they're forced to just to be there and be homeless, and then they're someone passes away, and Ona becomes more sick, and we just see all these capitalism being all these exterior elements forcing down on these people and causing not only conflicts but also depression and a crazy amount of hardships. So I really saw how capitalism was negative this week, and I'm starting to lose my positive view on capitalism. I still have a positive view for personally myself, but within literature, I see that it's definitely blooming into a negative thing. This week, because I watched that documentary, I tried to vary my sources more and actually used political cartoons. And I found a lot of interesting perspectives on capitalism. And once again, I'm seeing that they're all negative. So this week was by far my best week. I got some of the best sources, and I can almost use all except that one they say I say template. For all of those assignments, I think they were all really good, and I can really implement them in my research paper. Otherwise, that's all. And just answer my question and let me know my length of my assignments, if they're good or not.